Hey guys, Happy Camper here, and we're back today in the Belfort 7 by Dreamfall Creations. We haven't seen this on the channels yet. This is going to be the first video showing it, and we're at this kind of really badly made airport for X-Plane 11. But we are here, of course, because we're doing a flight with FSEconomy, and what better aircraft to do a flight in FSEconomy with than the Belfort 7. So as you can see over here, we've rented the Belfort 7. This is actually the first flight I'm doing on FSEconomy. I have got 2 hours and 58 minutes to get to my destination, which is which is about 54 nautical miles away, and it is Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar, and we're bringing 6 passengers out there. We've got some Grand River aviation passengers and aviation fishing room and stuff like that, and we're going to be bringing them out to Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar, as I said, 54 miles away. So I think we'll just get going here. I've said start flight, so I think everything should be good, and then when we land at Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar, we'll finish it off. Alright, so I've got the checklist up here. I've only started this aircraft once. I might not be very great at it yet, but this is a very, very cool aircraft, of course. Amazing quality, as always, with Dreamfall Creations work. So I'll just close that down. I've already set the alias so that works as well. I think I'll just put the headset on for now because it seems to get in the way sometimes. And we're just going to get going. So I've got the checklist up here on my phone, and I'll refer to that while we start up. So seatbelts are secure, control friction. Make sure that is on. Throttle, we will move that fully up. Move it down to idle. We'll click the stop button so it moves past the idle detent. Landing light switch is aft. We have got the altimeter set. That is the field elevation. Alright. Rotor brake is up. Circuit breakers, everything is in. Overhead switches are off, so that's actually going to go off, even though we're going to turn it on in just a second. Everything is looking good, indeed. Hydraulic, and now that goes on, so there's not really any need to switch it on, but I'm just referring to the checklist. Battery switch, we will get the battery switch on, and we'll just mute the horn. Mute that. Where do we get to? Yes, battery switch. Caution warning lights are looking good. Alright, let's get the boost pumps on. So left and right. Fuel pressure. Everything's looking good. Fuel quantity. Indeed. Right, so we'll get the fuel valve on, and that's it for the pre-start. Alright, so engine start. A rotor is clear. We're going to quickly get the pre-flight, the covers off. Of course, we don't want to start our engines with those on. Voltage is good. Throttle, we will move to idle. That's at idle. Starter is going to go forward. We're going to monitor the MGT, and when NG gets past 25%, the rotors are spinning indeed, so we'll keep watching. Making sure everything is looking good, nothing gets out of the ordinary, we don't get any hot starts, nothing goes too out of their limits. Everything's looking good, and of course our idle the NG should level out at about 63 NG, so that's 63.9, about as close as we're going to get. Alright, so we can get the generator on now, so generator we can move on. Alright, system checks. We'll get the flight control frictions off. Hydraulic switch. Off then on. Hydraulic switch off. And we should be able to feel the difference, and you can see it's very slow. Even if I move it fast, it's very slow. So that's fine. So hydraulic switch goes back on. Should be. FSEC manual check. Of course we want to make sure our throttle is at idle for this, so manual check. Not actually entirely sure what we should check for, but at least we get a caution, so that is good. Alright, before takeoff, throttle. Oh, actually, I didn't even turn on the lights. What a noob. So of course the anti-collision lights we want on, the position lights we're going to turn on now. And we don't need any heating, anti-ice. Get the avionics on. Yes. Alright. Throttle, we can move to full forward, to flight, 100%. We'll get our radios, our transmitter. Just get this, and we'll just do a quick direct to, of course, Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar. Gonna be Kilo Sierra, if I can find that. Sierra Mike, I'm pretty sure it was Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar. Totally forgot already. Like a noob. Yes, Santa Monica, that is the one. So enter, activate, enter, direct, Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar. Move out here, and as soon as we get going we should be able to see which direction we should fly. We should be able to see, yes, activate it. Yes, 54 nautical miles and a track of 176, so we'll get our autopilot set up for that. That's the thing that's really nice about this. We of course have the autopilot. I'm just going to get a heading set to 180. Oh, not that one. 180, that's down here. About 30 south, that should be good enough. And all we have to do is check everything is within the limits, and then we should be good to go. And we'll just get our thing caged, which it doesn't want to do. I'm guessing that's me doing something stupid. But we won't worry about that. 2 seconds. No. No. There we go. Okay. Back to there. Okay. So we're going to be heading south. I guess I'm going to have to do without that, but it is a clear day. It is good flying conditions for VFR, so we won't worry too much about that. Alright, so I think we'll just get going here. Slowly raising the collective. We are a little bit heavy, so we of course have 5 passengers on board and quite a bit of fuel. Alright, that is good. It's clear around here, we've got no aircraft coming in, so we can just do a direct departure. No, there are clouds up here, we should be okay, so that's east. You turn out, watching the torque, watching the NG, just making sure nothing goes into the red past where it should be. Alright. We also have the direct track, so we could actually switch our helicopter into nav mode and also climb right, so we'll do that. There we go. A little bit wobbly at first, but that is how it is. And now we are on track to Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar. Alright, making sure everything is like it should be. It's getting back up. We are climbing. We don't need to climb too much. We do have these mountains up here that we want to cover. Don't want to get too close to those clouds, so I think we'll calm down a little bit on the climb rate. Should be able to clear those mountains fairly easily. They're not too tall above this layer of ground. Everything is looking pretty good here, so I will be right back with you guys when something exciting happens or when we get a bit closer to the airport. Alright, so while I was just sat there on the autopilot, I thought I'd play a bit around with the X camera. Got a couple of camera setups. So it's actually quite fun to just sit in the back, look outside the window and really kind of be the passenger. Sounds stupid, but it's something special. We've got a couple of passenger setups here. Look at the back, still have eyes on the front. And this is really nice. You can see we're about 18 miles away from the airport now, so we should start thinking about going on a descent, because it is down almost by sea level and we're at 5,000 feet. So let's get that set up. Jump back up to the pilot view in the cockpit. So we're at 5,500 as you can see, and I think we will start. Hit the VRT, and then we can start a gentle 500 feet per minute descend. That should be good. I can actually. It's I'm kind of used to flying with the GNS 530 when using autopilot. And it has a couple of features that I like that the 430 of course does not have. And I'm also more used to it. I will set it down to 1,000 feet per minute and we'll lower the collective a little bit to not overspeed. Alright, yeah, so it has a couple of more features that are quite nice, and would of course like to have them in the 430, but I'm not used to the 430 either just yet, so there might be a couple of things that I don't know about it yet, so I'll definitely have to read some documentation on that. Still very fun to fly with though, and it gets the job done. It's just all of the small finesse things, service automated things you get with the 530 that is not as easy in the 430. Alright, so of course autopilot on this is something that he added for the X-Plane 11 version, and I gotta say I really like it. It's perfect for doing these FSEconomy things, because sometimes it can get kind of tiring, you know, flying a helicopter manually for a longer period of time. So that's of course that's really nice, and I've used pretty much all of these modes except for the BC mode. I'm not actually entirely sure what it is. Of course I have to read the manual on that. I just skimmed through the manual when I got the aircraft, so I have to read a bit about that. I think we'll move that back to 500 feet per minute. You have a couple of mountains out here. I think we're going to clear them loads, but I don't want to get too close either. The VRT, not sure what it stands for, probably something vertical something something, but that basically just allows you to manipulate your descent rate with a little kind of knob that you can move a small yellow marker on the VSI with. Nav mode, it follows the GNS 430 when you have it in CDI mode, or have it in GPS mode by clicking the CDI button. And heading, you can use the heading off of here using the orange indicator, and NSA, that just means that it actually turns on. So when that's green, you're running on autopilot. If it's not lit up, you know, these lights might be lit up, but you're not running on autopilot. It's just getting ready. Basically, it'll be ready as soon as you click that SAS button. It is gonna be good. We've got a fuel low warning. Just make sure. We are quite low. We should be good. I rented it wet, which should mean that it automatically calculates how much fuel is needed and puts that in. This does look a little bit worrying maybe, but pounds, 100 pounds of fuel. I don't know if that's a lot. We could, I'm just going to do this just because I'm new to this and I don't have a feeling yet, so I'm going to go rain balance and we're going to see, okay, we have 18 minutes of flight time left and we are 10 miles away, 10 nautical miles away, so that should be no problem at all. So we'll just do a direct flight in. Of course, if we were flying on VATSIM or something like that, I would stock up with more fuel personally, because you never know if there's going to be an emergency, you never know if you're going to have to hold, and there is that rule in real life about having, I believe, 40 minutes of extra fuel on board at any time, or 40 minutes more than you expect. Alright, so we're at 3,000 feet and 10 miles, so we've got, and we'll get the descent rate going a little bit more, down to 1,000 feet. We know we're going to clear these mountains now, and we're going to level out about 1,000 feet, that way we can enter the pattern at 1,000 feet. I see the airport already out here. Pretty good, so we'll start, I think we'll hit it out of nav mode and just keep it in heading mode, so nav mode off and then heading mode on. And we'll start maneuvering a little bit to the left just so we can join, not that much actually, there's a little bit too much I feel, just enough so we can join the right base for runway, I don't know what runway that'll be, 21, 24, runway 24 maybe, who knows. Luckily I'm not flying in real life. 1,000 feet. It is at, I believe, almost 200 feet. So we should be joining at about 1,200 feet. Don't know what the actual pattern altitude is, but I will just be on the safe side and join it at that. We do have some kind of tall buildings here. I don't think they get anywhere near 1,200 feet. Got a little bit of turbulence as well. Autopilot's handling that quite nicely. I like it. We'll slow the descent rate a little bit here, in case of any big drops of any sort. Alright, so we can see out here we should be joining quite nicely. We can even do a little bit more right just to save a little bit. All of this is standard scenery, by the way, except for the two airports. So I went ahead and quickly downloaded the first airports I could find on the .org scenery. The airport we took off from wasn't that great. I think it was from 2012. So that of course wasn't too updated. But you know, it is what it is. Right, so we're going to hit that out to altitude mode now, so that'll keep 1,200 feet for us. And I think we'll also start lowering the collective just a little bit, just so we can beat off a little bit of speed before we approach. See, we've still got 87 pounds of fuel, so we are definitely good on the fuel side. Don't know where we're meant to land. This is a general aviation airport mostly, or almost only, so there should be a heliport, I believe, that we might be able to land at. Alright, well I'm just going to get ready here to take over the controls, so hit that out. Alright, so I have now got the controls. Warning and cautions are good, only caution is fuel low, we have that under control. Temperatures and pressures are in the green. Everything is looking good. Just almost joining the final. I think we'll take runway off the right hand side and park near the tower. I even believe there's a helipad at some point, but I think it's on the taxiway, so that's probably just a helipad for training. Right, coming down nicely here, 500 feet above the ground right now. A little bit of turbulence, but we are good. Happy lights are showing us high, which is what we want. So even though we have this big center console in the helicopter, you actually have really good view, especially if you lean out slightly to the right. You can see, you know, everything in front of you. So really is quite a nice helicopter that is very useful. There's a reason it's a very popular helicopter in real life. Alright, this scenery looks slightly strange. Guess I'll Yeah, I don't know, I think I might have some scenery in this area conflicting, I guess. Looks like it. We're down to 50 knots now. And not entirely sure what the procedures are here, but I think we'll turn off to the left since the right side seems really messed up. Alright, just go down the taxiway here and we'll pull up kind of next to these planes on the left. Winds are looking kind of good. Looks like maybe 10 gusting a bit. Maybe 10 gusting 13. Pull off the side of the taxiway here. Get in a nice stable hover. And get the helicopter down. Alright. And we are on the ground safely at our destination. Alright, let me just quickly check FSEconomy. Open that. And to end flight. Do I have to shut the helicopter down? I'm just going to shut it down for now. I do have a checklist for the shutdown. I have to wait a bit, I believe. We're quickly gonna do the select to that. Engine shutdown, collector full down, cyclic, pedal centered, throttle, we'll move that to idle. Warning horn mute, and then start the timer. Warning horn mute. Can we cage this now? No, we cannot. I'm sure that is me being terrible at something. Alright, so it has to stabilize for 2 minutes. And when it has stabilized for 2 minutes, we need to turn the boost pumps off. And then the generator goes off after another 2 minutes after the boost pumps being off. Oh, after the left boost pump being off. Alright. Not entirely sure about FSEconomy. Guessing it ends the flight when engine 1 is shut down. I'm guessing that's what it means. So we'll do the proper shutdown procedure, and yeah, I'm really liking FSEconomy though. It's something that, you know, one, it gets you out of where you normally fly. I like to fly at really pretty areas like the Bella Coola scenery, as I'm sure you guys know. Just because it looks really good and there's no real purpose to flying anywhere else. But this really gets you outside and gets you, you know, seeing some other areas, and I really like that. And second, it you know, it gives you a motive to actually fly. It gives you a purpose and something to do, and you can kind of do entire flights where you do start up and, you know, a flight with passengers and then shut down and get something done as if it was real. Alright, so timer is just about running 2 minutes, and of course we're going to turn the left boost pump off. That is this one. Left off. And then we wait another 2 minutes. That'll be when it gets to 4 minutes. I think I'll be back with you guys when that happens. Alright, so we're just approaching the 4-minute mark, and when we hit 4 minutes, that'll be 2 minutes after we turned the left boost pump off. We're going to turn the generator off, and then the throttle is going to be closed. So 55, so we'll just turn the generator. I forgot which one it was. It is, of course, this one. Generator goes off, and then the throttle is going to get closed. And there we go. We can now finish the flight. So that is how it should be. Now mute the warning horn. Fuel valve switch is going to go off, so we'll Open the cover, fuel valve switch goes off, close the cover again. Right boost pump goes off. Rotor brake we can apply when NR is below 40%, and of course NR, big circle around here, rotor RPM, and that is below 40%, so we can apply that fully and it'll get the rotor blade stopped really nice and fast. When NG is stabilized very close to 0, and the MGT is stable, we can turn the battery switch off, of course confirming that NG is 0%. Alright, well, I'll click finish flight. That felt really nice. Finish flight, button to log the flight to the server. Alright. Finish flight. Awesome, your flight is logged and the result can be found on the website. Your aircraft is no longer rented. If you want to continue, you must re-rent the aircraft. Alright. Sweet. Well, that has been really nice. I really like that, and it got me out flying somewhere else in some pretty cool scenery with slight issues, but nothing too bad. Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me on my first FSEconomy journey, and until the next video, guys, take care.